everyone. It's Anahata. How are you? I just wanted to welcome all of you to this group. We do have a little over 2,000 members, and I've been hosting the Anahata Code Assisting Frequencies in this blessed group for 5 years. Now recently, I've had waves of upgrades coming through and have birthed another divine download that I'm calling Waterbending Rocks. And that's why most likely you're here listening to this. You know, I'm gonna put my hand here so that I don't fall into the water. So if you hear a splash, oh, that was a pelican, and I disappear, I'm just going for a swim. No, so I just wanted to welcome you all to this beautiful group. And you are here to optimize. You are here because innately within your heart, you feel that we already have the answers and that there exists natural ways and technology to craft the life you dream of. And that simply is our birthright. That's how we work. And a lot of us have forgotten this because the powers that be don't want us to remember that. They don't want us to remember we already have the answers. So this is my way of helping you to remember on an amplified level, because what we're going to be doing in this group at the end of March into the first few days of April is I'm going to take you on a water challenge. It's going to be 7 days. Now, I highly recommend purchasing the $25 Waterbending Rocks, but it's not required. You can still get beautiful shifts and transformation in this group for free. P.S. If you are struggling to that level where you cannot afford $25, please do private message me. I have been giving away a select few Waterbending Rocks via sort of a scholarship program. So what is this going to be? What are we going to do? I'm so excited, guys, for you to experience this. Waterbending rocks are tiny little quartz spheres, 100% pure quartz. Okay, so this is the mechanism by which I'm going to train you to project through your saliva. I know it sounds a little out there, but just hang with me. And we're going to be programming quartz crystal using our saliva and our intention and a whole lot more, because I'm going to teach you this skew on Qigong to actually scan your body. Okay, this is proprietary information. This came through a divine download to me through Jesus, who's the ultimate waterbender of all time, and my Muin roots. Okay, so back 17,000 years ago, I recall being a Muin, where we could bend water literally. And think about, you know, when you put a lot of pressure on water, it becomes sort of solid and supportive. I used to be able to walk on water, and I believe eventually we'll get to that stage again. But for now, we're going to take baby steps, and we're going to bend the water molecules first. So what we're going to be doing, guys, over the 7-day water challenge is, if you have your waterbending rocks, we're going to program those quartz crystals, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. And if you don't have the waterbending rocks, you can get yours at waterbendingrocks.com. So it's going to be so exciting. So onwards, what we're going to be doing over 7 days is just going to be 5 minutes a day. That's it. 5 minutes, because I know that if you are trying to, cram more things in, that is not the way to ease, to bliss. That's the way to overwhelm. And I'm very much about flow, which is balancing. There's this cute little pelican right here. He's having his breakfast. Balancing your ability, time, willingness, desire with, reality. It's got to anchor in the 3D. You've got to be able to actually execute. So all I ask of you every day is 5 minutes. You're going to simply take the waterbending rock. Wow, he is like literally right under my feet. And place it under your tongue. You're going to follow the manual. That's very easy. I'm going to take you through a guided, this is where others can join, regardless of if you have rocks in this group. We will be scanning our body and intentionally projecting that into the crystal or water. It's much better when it's in the crystal, because then you put the crystal in the water and it programs the water over 6 hours. So again, pop it under your tongue, press play on day 1, enjoy, partake. This is mind, body, soul transformation. This is a rewiring, a replenishing. It's the 7 tools of restoration: reflecting, releasing, rewiring, replenishing, resonating, reuniting, rejoicing. You guys are going to have more energy. Your metabolism will ignite. You're going to be balancing your earth, wind, fire, water, ether, your dosha. Okay, you don't need to know anything about any of this. I'm going to guide you. It's going to be short and sweet. We place it in the water. Well, hello, bee. There's a beautiful little honeybee now coming to see you. I wonder if he's going to be on camera. So cute. We are getting all sorts of visitors here today, celebrating with us. So then again, we are going to bend the water molecules. There is a thing called H3O2. I'm not going to overwhelm you and get too far into it right now, but you all know H2O. That's water. 1 hydrogen, 2 oxygen. We are expanding that into H3O2. So this is where it gets freaky really fast, but also very cool. Water is a crystalline supercomputer when you purify it and when you structure the molecules in a way that is sacred geometry. And so I'm going to teach you all, and again, don't worry if this is all over your head and you're like, I don't understand a word you're saying, that's okay. You can still participate. I'm going to lead us through simple journeys to scan our mind, body, and soul, our ultimate self, the Christ itself that is the you that you know exists, that you are striving to become. We are going to think, do, and be using the water, this hologram, this supercomputer, to replenish your body's water, because you are 72% water. Your brain is over 90% water. Okay, so we're going to do this together. It's going to be short, sweet, simple, amazing. So do share this group, get people involved. As I said, we have about 2,100 people in this a cozy little group, and over 100, and I think yesterday was 111 waterbenders so far in terms of purchasing the tool. And again, the tool is just an amplifier. I have attuned the waterbending rocks in a special way that is going to enhance your entire experience. So again, there's 3 ways you can participate: with no water rocks, and just partake of the wisdom and the information and the remembrance of what it is to train up, to optimize on a cellular level through your intentionality and out into the world. 2, buy those waterbending rocks for $25, waterbendingrocks.com. Or 3, if you're down and out and you can't even afford that, I've been there. It's okay. We are all in this together. Pop me a instant message and I will be choosing weekly a handful of people that have reached out in that way and already have done so, in fact, and to gift you that intuition. And again, it's free in the group. Make sure you have the reminders on, you're following me so you don't miss a day. We're going to take it nice and easy through this 7-day progression, which is going to set the stage for you to get your subconscious, superconscious, and conscious all in that triad, okay? When it's in flow and they're stacked and they're all on the same page, you no longer have your self-sabotaging, fear, doubt, indecision from the past, which is subconscious programming. You get to focus in on where you want to go, your superconscious, in the now moment, your conscious, and holy cow, there is no limit to what you can do despite what appears to be going on in your world. The world is you pushed out. You are a reflection. What you imagine imagines you. So join me. I'm super excited. Oh, it's going to be a fun time. Ease us in this message on the water and show you this beautiful pelican eating, and we'll adjourn. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Share, like, follow. This is a sacred group, but anyone can join. There's Pelican. He just flew farther away. People are like, what's this all about? And oh my gosh, the joy, the peace, the ease, the freedom, it's just amazing. The peace you find within when you structure and purify and sanctify clarify and up-level the geometry of your water, which is natural, but we've been lied to and coerced into forgetting about that sacred process. So bringing it back, waterbending is real. Water is life. It's a supercomputer. Why are we not leveraging this? Well, we can now. We're taking back our power. We are ascending into new vibrational realities, and it is my pleasure to be your Sherpa. Center in and feel your physical body anchored into Mother Gaia. Grow roots from your feet that extend deep into the earth. Be conscious of your body, aware of your physical, and be sure you are in a position you can comfortably stay in, undisturbed, for the next 15 minutes. Focus now on your heart. You may wish to place your hands there. Connect in with the gratitude you have for this life, for being alive right now. Use your breath to circulate this gratitude as you gaze around the space you are in and continue to stream gratitude. Transcendent of circumstance, tap into the pure gratitude of breath, of breathing. As you breathe in, loop that feeling of gratitude and security to form a synapse in your brain, a new neural pathway that says, all is well. And all is as it should be. For the all is mental, and we experience what we project into our world. Focus on your third eye and allow your eyelids to become heavy as you bring your lids closer and closer together until they almost touch. Not closed yet. As I count backwards from 10 to 1, allow your eyelids to flutter as you gently look upwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your eyes will remain closed for the rest of the journey. Be conscious of mind as your body rests. Let us shift into the internal world. What is your mind thinking? Let us visualize any distractions as their own little thought bubbles which we can now suspend in time, leaving them there, pausing them. It will be up to us if we ever pick them up again. But for now, we are seeing black space before us, infinite space in front of us. A sort of fabric is gently rippling. We instantly know it is time the thing, not time the experience, and it is as it always is. Now. Always now, only now, dependent upon where we are on the fabric as to what we are experiencing in the now. In this zoomed out view of all that is and ever will be, we can decide to zoom in on any area we'd like. Let us journey now into the point of light that is the questing world. Bridging into the questing world now, arrive on an island. The water around us is the most clear we've ever seen. There are barely any waves, barely any wind, and the sand is pure quartz crystal, powdery, and we sink our toes lovingly into the beach. We gaze out upon the water and realize just how small we are, like a speck of sand in a limitless ocean. We feel our smallness and the grand adventure that awaits such a vast and lush island that we are on. We are drawn down to the water. It is warm and inviting. We begin to walk along the shoreline, taking in all the prana that the island has to offer us. As we walk, we see all sorts of shells, some exotic stripes and some glowing white. We notice a small school of fish making their way. We keep walking and we see a seahawk on a tree stump eating his meal. The sea is bountiful and we are provided for innately. As we continue walking, we sense we are about to come upon something special. Where is it? We stop walking and allow the water to settle. At first, we think our eyes are playing tricks on us. We see something glimmering inside of a shell. Is it a fish egg? No, it's too transparent. There is no nucleus. Is it a jellyfish? No, it's too perfect. We bend down to pick it up and are delighted to find it is solid. It is a pure, clear quartz sphere, a gem, a rock. As we pick it up to put it in our hand, we see just how small it is, merely 5 or 6 millimeters or so, like a little tiny pearl. Holding it up now, the little rock in the light, to take a closer look. Being careful now, let's not drop it. To our surprise, when we hold it up, the water underneath us seems to shift upwards, as if not wanting to let it go. We move the rock around, and yes, the water is following it. It bends here and there as we move it above the water. This is a water-bending rock, like a trident in a drop. Sensing we may drop it physically and lose it, we place the water-bending rock under our tongue. The water in our mouth begins to send information and instructions to the rock. It's like it can read our minds and is showing us what we are communicating. We look out at the horizon and imagine a dolphin jumping joyfully, and before we can visualize any further, a pod of dolphins. You see them now playing before your eyes. Coincidence? We look up at the sky and notice there are no clouds. As we visualize clouds forming above us, they instantaneously do. Okay, this is no longer coincidence. We are telepathically communicating with the water-bending rock. Now, the clouds seem to be forming a letter. Wait, no, it's a number between 8 and 233. What is the number you see in the sky? Suddenly, the clouds turn into drops of water and fall from the sky as light rain. As the water hits the ocean water, what was once in the sky has merged into the sea. What happens next is incredible. Not quite liquid, not quite solid, something is emerging from the water. Instantly, you know it's something from your subconscious mind. Without judgment, what is it that you see forming and rising out of the water? If the air is the mental plane, and we can see anything we want in the sky, and then then it drops down into the water, which is the emotional plane. And from this alchemy arises, out of the reflection of the water, the thing we envision. Can it be? We realize we can visualize anything in the mental plane, cause it to be reflected into reality through embodying it in our water. We become the vibration, and it is reflected into our reality. This is just how it works. Cause and effect. It is law. So let's have some fun then. We begin to transmit our visions, our desires, our goals into the waterbending rock as we gaze up at the sky, which projects it. Clouds forming scenarios now, scenes of life and future memories we wish to experience. Create them in the clouds now. As the clouds arrange into your vision of the future, they carry weight and fall from the sky into the water. Hitting the water reflects these scenes. And we realize they are realities behind us. Yes, we see the reflection in the water, so we turn around, and it is so on the land, right there, as plain as day, sitting in front of us on the island. We can come to this island at any time to transmit our desires and merge them into being. It is natural law, and the elements rise up to coordinate the reality. Once we project the reality we seek, it is recorded in the water. As we transmit through the crystal, it is held inside the quartz. Likewise, we can now make edits to existing scenarios which seemed before to be hopeless, for any reality has infinite pathways to our success regardless of vantage. For we can create the pathways and step forth onto that path. We are the author of life. We are the causers. We cause an effect. Placing your hands on your heart, tilting your head up to the sun in the questing world, we close our questing eyes. In the darkness, we realize we have already returned back to our original piece of the time continuum on the fabric. Our placement is within our beautiful vessel, our bodies. In this time space, in this reality, we have returned. But not alone. Now, with the recollection of how it works, all things we see in our reality were first on the mental plane. The all is mental, and the coordination of all matter is arranged into being from this initial plane of causation. Everything has its origin: a seed, a dog, an innovation, a business, a friendship. Weaving the physical into being, we are creators. If we lose sight of origin or don't see the pattern from which a thing was caused, it's easy to think what we are experiencing is random. In this way, when something occurs that wasn't seen as having a source, we feel victimized. This resistance ends up throwing unnecessary obstacles on our pathway due to our resistance to them. So let us prepare to let go of the resistance, including people, places, things which are running in opposition to your centered and highest goal. Everything is a choice. How we spend our time, what we spend our time doing, who we spend it with, what we pursue, what we allow, what we become. Bringing up all resistance for transmutation and integration is now a gift we can use actively, and we can return again and again to the waterbending rock to program our ideal and see it reflected into our reality. Feel yourself coming back into your body. Ease in again, back into this time space, this persona, this expression, this point of light in this area of the fabric of time. You are still, of course, connected to your waterbending rock, limitless pathways awaiting your imagination, and the laws of the universe coordinating the way through the mental plane into emotional and out into physicality. You are the cause. You produce effects. All things are transmutable. All paths lead to limitless more choices. Now, take a deep breath in, hold it, and out. Hold it, and in. Hold it, and out. Hold it, and return to regular breathing. Wiggle your toes and fingers, move your mouth around, slowly feel your prana centered inside your beautiful vehicle. All is as it was. We have returned, but not alone. We now have the gift of alchemy, of understanding the law of cause and effect in a visceral way, which can be returned to again and again. And of course, the gift of waterbending rocks inside of the questing inner world. When you are ready, open your eyes. Okay, bye for now. Much love. Talk soon. Mwah.